Guten Tag, Damen und Herren, willkommen to oh, boy, that was close.
Almost got through it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on boy, that was so close. On Wabash Catch TV, that I stopped.
That you got that far. This is Southern Illinois.
I used to speak in German on the radio quite a bit. It was for some reason. I don't know why.
The only foreign language I speak at this point is knowing how to say cheers in about 8 different languages.
There you go. Slotcha.
Yeah, that's the go-to.
Prost. That's about it. Spasiba. I think, no, that's Russian for thanks, not. Whatever, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. You can tell, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Take the Points day. I can't wait.
We're not a Rosetta Stone edition.
That's right, the Rosetta Stone edition. We are learning new languages today, as just like the Michigan State Spartans did in West Lafayette. They learned several new languages.
And they invented some new words.
Invented a lot of new words.
I guarantee your brother did.
Oh, he was there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Doug.
Yeah, sorry, Doug. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to talk about some sports today. Going to have a good time. But before we get to that, we have just a ton of events to tell you about around the area, and I am going to do that. Oh, by the way, we did talk. It is college football day, so I am sporting
it. Hit the over on the year.
You betcha. Win totals. Win totals over.
3.5.
Did you bet that?
Easily cleared it.
Did you bet that?
Can't.
Well, I wondered if you were so sure that we were going to do it that you went to Indiana.
I did not drive to Indiana to make that bet, no. We both took the over on the preseason show.
That's exactly right. I think that's the first, I believe that's the first one to the winning side to have evidenced itself, to be able to call.
I believe you said 6. I said maybe stick to 4. We're at 4.
We're at 4.
With games to go.
We need 2 more. We could get 2 more. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's tell you all about what's going on in and around the area. Some community events. Do have a couple of items here on Friday and a ton on Saturday. Up in Effingham at the Effingham Elks tonight, it is Glow Bingo. The Bosom Buddies Relay for Life team, proud to bring back to Effingham Glow Bingo. Doors open at 6. Bingo starts at 7.
Bingo.
Tickets are $30 in advance and $35 at the door. Due to COVID, seating is going to be limited to only 125 players. So get your tickets early. Price includes 6 bingo cards for 10 games, a glow hat, as well as a dauber. And $5 for additional bingo cards. Over $1,000 in prizes.
The assistant coach from Coach?
Dauber. Probably spelled similar. Actually, dauber was probably spelled 2 B's. I think the bingo item is D-A-U-B-E-R, like to daub something.
That's what a dauber is to daub something?
Yes, it is.
As we continue here on the Rosetta Stone and Lexicon edition.
We're here to help. Well, you remember the last time we were here, we started talking about the ancient civilizations and who would win.
Yes,
the Aztecs versus the Greeks or whatever it was.
The Aztecs were 4.5-point underdogs.
Yeah, the age 1500 Aztecs, 1500. Even though we're 1500 years, we're not going to talk about that anymore. We're done with that. What else is going on Friday night? Friday afternoon, the Wayne County Corn Growers conducting their annual policy development session. This will be a big time. Actually, probably not. Session starts at noon at Five Brothers Restaurant in Fairfield, then move to the Extension office, and the resolutions adopted there will be debated at the national level in July of 2022, and Wayne County has a history of presenting proposals that are eventually adopted by state and national groups. I did not know that. Did you? Were you aware of that?
Does that go back to the Clyde Robbins days?
It probably does.
Never underestimate the Robbins influence on farming.
That's right. Saturday.
What up, Kurt?
There you go. Hi, Kurt. Or hi, Kurt. That one. You're not on yet. So Saturday, November 13th, Community Thanksgiving Drive-Thru. I've got a couple of these. This will be at the Clay City United Methodist Church, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. A free Community Thanksgiving Dinner Drive-Thru meal offered by the Clay City Ministerial Alliance. And please enter through the back alley. Call for reservations by last week. So if you might want to call again, 618-676-7255. Also, a soup supper Christmas auction taking place at Johnsonville on Saturday at 5 p.m. The Johnsonville Ruritan Club going to have their annual Christmas auction and soup supper Saturday. The soup supper starts at 5 with both chili and vegetable soup available, plus hot dogs, Polish sausages, and dessert. The auction begins at 6 with the auction items from Thomas Factory Outlet. Dag's Auction Service will be conducting the auction. The Jeff Ruritan's going to be hosting their monthly breakfast Saturday from 7 to 9. Menu, sausage, biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, all kinds of good stuff. Cost by donation. Vaccine clinic at the First United Methodist Church in Sandoval on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Pfizer vaccine will be offered, provided by the state of Illinois at no cost. One other Thanksgiving dinner on Friday, or probably on Saturday. This one is a lunch, so you can go do them both. The Flora First United Methodist Church annual turkey dinner. This is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. Tickets $10 a piece and are available at the church office, or you can contact Amy Hurtis to purchase tickets. Meal includes turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, slaw, crab salad, cranberry salad, roll, and pumpkin pie. All proceeds do benefit the local community. If you have any questions, give them a call at the church at 662-6567. They served over, how many meals do you think they served last year at the First United Methodist Church?
Which town was this? I was posting links here.
Flora.
240.
500 meals. Each year they serve over 500 meals, and they've been doing this since 1963. So that's a nice deal. This is one I like. You don't usually get this one. The chicken fried steak dinner. It'll be in Sandoval on Saturday from 4 o'clock to 6:30. Dining and silent auction. I got to tell you, Brian, after a chicken fried steak dinner, it usually becomes a silent auction because...
Yeah, it's the tryptophan. It's the Thanksgiving effect.
It really is. Chicken fried steak, gravy, mashed taters, corn, green beans, dessert, and a drink. And that's a nice big deal. Did you know what today is? This is a big day.
Yeah, it is. It's my birthday eve.
No kidding.
Yep.
What's your birthday?
13th.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I did not know that. They don't have that on the national calendar yet?
We're working on it.
Okay. Well,
I have my people in touch with their people.
On November 12th, however, it is National French Dip Day. This is a good one. National French Dip Day.
I will look for a way to celebrate this one.
I suspect you will. I will, too. Served up hot, tender slice of beef or pork. I've never had pork French dip.
I've never had a pork French dip.
On a French roll, make a delicious sandwich. Sometimes they add cheese. However, the key ingredients are the au jus and or spicy mustard.
You say au jus?
Au jus.
I say au jus.
It's O.
I've always said au jus.
All right, are we going to have to...
It's French.
French again?
Yeah.
It's O.
It's the Rosetta Stone here. Au jus. Do not look this up and try to confirm either way.
I call it au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Or.
So, au revoir. Au revoir.
Almost made a joke that I can't make on it.
Oh, I've got good pictures. Look at that one. Somebody added. See, now that doesn't really look like a French dip because it does have the
onions.
The onions on it. Not a big fan of that.
You can add the onions as long as you still dip it in au jus.
I guess that's right. Here's another one. I like the look of this one, though. That is a toasted cheese on top. Now, that'll work. By the way, do you know how long ago the French dip... Well, now, hold on a second. This doesn't make sense. Actually, yeah, this does make sense. The originator of the French dip sandwich was in Los Angeles, Cole's French Dip. They opened how long ago, do you think? I'll give you...
I'd guess 1908.
You read this?
It was on the screen 30 seconds ago, Bruce.
What other day is this? This is also National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day.
Now we're just reaching for days.
This is awful. Look at that pizza. That is just the worst.
That is corn.
That is corn. Corn.
I love Supreme pizzas, and I'll even eat anchovies on a pizza.
Oh. Corn, olives. I like tomatoes on a pizza. But
I do olives on my chili, which I made today.
Pineapple you could throw on a pizza. I got no problem with anchovies. Well, I kind of.
I'm more of a eat them cold on a salad than I am warm on a pizza, but yeah, I got no problem with anchovies.
Do you know what anchovies? What sauce is made primarily from anchovies?
You talking Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire sauce. Do you know how they originally made it?
I assume by pressing.
Accidentally, they found like 10-year-old barrels of vinegar and of pickled anchovies, and it had turned. And that's how they said
it was delicious.
They
I'm the guy that buys fish sauce, which is actually even more heavily anchovy.
Wasn't that anchovies too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're putting anchovies on.
I get Red Boat fish sauce all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's one of my go-to condiments.
That's a good one. That's it. I like that. NCAA football tonight. What do you want to see on TV? I've got a ton of television tonight. Cincinnati Bearcats and South Florida Bulls. That's a 5 on ESPN2. And Wyoming plays at Boise State. Is the kid from Mount Carmel still playing on Wyoming?
I think he's done now.
I didn't know.
The Marcotte kid.
Yeah, Justin Marcotte.
He seems like he's been out that long.
That's at 8 o'clock, and that'll be on Fox Sports 1. NHL hockey tonight, the Coyotes at the Blackhawks. That's at 7:30, Channel 643. Doubleheader on ESPN basketball, NBA. Milwaukee Bucks at, I think it's, I didn't put the second team down. I think it's Lakers.
Redshirted in 18.
And the Bulls are at the Warriors at 9 o'clock. NCAA men's basketball, Friday night. If you like high college basketball, this is the night for you. It's just an amazingly packed night, even bigger than last night was, or than Tuesday night was, as it's Michigan State at home versus Western Michigan. Indiana State is at Purdue. Those on the Big Ten Network. Kent State Golden Flashes of Xavier on Fox Sports 1, Channel 610. That'll be followed by St. John's at Indiana, also on Fox Sports 1. The triple header on CBS. How in the heck do we have all these games of college basketball games and the Illini aren't on television?
They're the Illini? No. Who are they even playing?
That's why.
Because it was Jacksonville State or something the other night. Yeah. My favorite was yesterday. Tuesday night, most Division I games ever on one day in college basketball.
Is that right?
Set the single day record for Division I games.
How many were there?
The number I don't remember. You know how many were on ESPNU, the channel dedicated to college basketball?
3.
Or 2?
Triple header.
0. ESPNU had 0 basketball games on the day that you had the most college basketball games.
That is strange. Your Duke Blue Devils are at home against Army.
You shut your mouth.
That's on ACC Network. And actually, the reason I bring that up, because this can be followed by the North Carolina Tar Heels. His North Carolina Tar Heels against Brown.
So this show is about to get really awkward.
I'm glad you're going out and getting the tough teams. You've got the Brown Bears coming in.
Hey, they go to class. It might be a little difficult for them.
6 o'clock, here's the one folks around here want to know. 6 o'clock, the Robert Morris Colonials will be in Kentucky. That is on the SEC Network, Channel 639. And stay up late.
Is there a big Robert Morris contingency around here?
There might be somebody else. Stay up late, folks. I can't believe this is probably the top-ranked game of the year. And it's on at 10:30 on ESPN2. Villanova, number 4 in the country, is at UCLA, number 2 in the country. What an opening night. Basically an opening week.
Yeah, 10:30.
At 10:30. Unbelievable. That's Weeze. I'm Bruce. We're going to come back and talk sports right after this word. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
It's the weekend and your symptoms are worsening. The morning of a big meeting and you have a bigger sore throat. Ever experienced that urgency after picking up your sick child and your community health center has already closed? You will be able to connect to a provider at crhpc.org. Even if you have never been to CRHPC, you are welcome to utilize our services. Feel better after scheduling a video visit with CRHPC.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch, small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Brian Turner is here. You can find him, and we're going to talk about it at length here in a little bit. IamWeeze.com, because he's put out his rankings, which are tremendously wrong. But
I'm sorry if I have data to back up everything I said.
It's so wrong. It's just so wrong. But anyway, he was up at, we have one team that was still in the playoffs this weekend. Fairfield went up to Williamsville, played up there against the Bullets, right?
The Bullets.
The Bullets. I'm surprised they haven't changed their name. A lot of folks don't, well, they're still Indians and stuff too, aren't they?
True.
So they played Williamsville, and of course Flora got eliminated last weekend, and Salem last weekend as well. How did the Mules play up there at Williamsville? Tell us all about it.
Outscored Williamsville in the last 30 minutes of the game, 18-14.
Oh, really?
Problem is they spotted them a 21-0 lead.
Can't really do that.
It's hard to do that in the second round of playoffs against a team that's won 29 straight now in Illinois.
Whew.
Defending champs, because 2020 they were 6-0, no playoffs. 2019. 14-0, won 3A. In fact, 2018, their last loss in Illinois is the week after they beat the Mules that year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they lost to Carlinville the next week. And then that was their last loss against an Illinois team. They lost week 1 this year against a big school from Wisconsin. They had a late ad and brought in a team that was very, very good.
How'd they play though? I mean,
Mules. It was like I said, they got down 21-0, but it wasn't that bad. It's just Williamsville converted a couple of 4th and longs. There was a punt return for a touchdown. Other than that, Williamsville was, I think, the better team. Mules,
but you can't
fault the effort.
You can't spot a better team. 21.
Yeah, the difference wasn't as great as what the final score was, I think.
I bring that up to show y'all this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the current Class 3A, and I'm bringing this up because the teams that we follow, whoever beat them, all won this weekend. Williamsville, of course, they're moved on.
Yeah.
But here in Class 3A, let's pick these. You got Tolono versus Williamsville. Tolono's a good team, aren't they?
They are. They're number one in the IHSA rankings, which doesn't exactly mean the best team, but they are still pretty solid.
Now, these are,
This is the South bracket.
This is the South bracket in Class 3A. Mount Carmel versus Benton. That's going to be a huge crowd at the Snake Pit. I bet you they get 6,000 or 7,000 people down there.
It'd be a shame if it rains really hard, and
it's not going
that is the Duke, Kentucky of Southern Illinois sports right there.
You have friends. I have friends at both. Well, not so much at the schools.
Not really.
I got friends in the media for both teams. My good friend Kyle Peach, Scott Allen, good people. Danny Zerwinski, he's down there at Benton, does their games on.
Okay, Danny, I like.
Danny, you like. So that means you're for Benton. You like Scott. Scott's fun.
Scott's good, dude.
Kyle's okay. Kyle's good too, for crying out. So who we picking then? We got to make a pick.
Take Tolono in the first one, and I'm probably leaning Mount Carmel in the second one, as much as I hate to say it.
Mount Carmel just drilled Carlinville, and Benton gave up an extra score to Monticello. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Mount Carmel as well. All right, let's go to Class 2A real quickly. It is Decatur St. T. They drilled Flora in the first week, and they've got Breeze Mater Dei, who beat Johnston City, helping end the Black Diamond run.
That's one where the two better teams are probably playing each other there in the top half of that.
Yeah, Nashville and Payne.
I would take Mater Dei over Payne or Nashville, and I think Nashville wins the bottom game.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nashville, I'll agree with that, too.
River was down, but Nashville's still pretty solid.
Nashville's pretty good. Are we going to pick a top team?
St. Teresa.
St. T. Who's good and who? I knew he was going with St. T because they're very, 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 very good. Very good.
Flora had a lead on them.
Yeah, I guess they did.
First time this year, they've trailed.
Is that right?
7-6.
I did not know that. Here's Class...
We won't mention the final score.
No. Here's Class 4A. Of course, defeating Salem in it was Breeze Central. They are still going. They are hosting... Well, no, they're on the road this weekend at Springfield Sacred Heart.
Yeah, this is known as the Leonard Bowl.
The Leonard?
Yeah.
What Leonard?
Derek and Ken.
Oh, yeah.
The Rochester and Sacred Heart.
Well, it will be next week then.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this week.
This is the Leonard bracket.
But it will be. Yeah. It will be next week.
We're both taking Rochester and Sacred Heart.
Rochester and Sacred Heart. So there you go. If you're still watching and still going to high school football, enjoy it. Actually, it's supposed to be decent weather on Saturday.
It's been chilly weather for middle of November.
Yeah, just chilly but breezy, but no rain. That's cool. Back right after this. Stick around.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, an express lane, and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about college football. Makes me go like this. Brian Turner is here, so we're a weekly Take the Points edition, and it's a good thing I've stuck the I Am Wees thing up there because we are going to talk today, and we'll talk about our bets here eventually, but the last couple of weeks really haven't been anything to shout about.
We were treading water last week.
2
weeks ago was ugly.
2 weeks ago were tremendously ugly. Last week back to
treading water.
50-50.
Yeah.
Tread
literally 50, 8-8.
8-8. But the thing is, the college football playoff polls have come out, and there have been some beefing here and there. And wouldn't you know it, our good friend Brian has his own ideas.
Who always shies away from controversy.
All right, here's what the college football people came up with. Georgia in the top, Alabama, Ohio State, or Alabama, then Oregon, then Ohio State, Cincinnati, Michigan, and Michigan State. A lot of beefing today from folks saying that Michigan State should not have been ranked behind Michigan.
Because of the head-to-head.
Because of the head-to-head 10 days ago.
Yeah. Although anyone that watched that game will tell you that Michigan was better. I think, and there was speculation today, was that a nod to, the officiating was awful in that game. Anyone knows that if they played again, Michigan would still be favored.
That's true.
I mean, Michigan probably still be favored in Michigan State.
Yeah, I cannot discount any of that. It's just that a lot of folks also beefing because they beat them on the field 10 days ago.
That's resume versus who's the better team. That's the argument. And what do you want in a college football playoff? Did you earn it on the field, or who's the better team?
Here is the I Am Wees top 14, and then we'll move on to his bottom 14.
That's weird. Number 7's not on there.
It'll be on the next screen. It'll be on the next screen.
Now, what this is that
where do you come up with these numbers? That's one of my questions.
Mostly, it's my betting theory is be smart enough to know who the smart people are.
All right.
So I generally look at VSIN, I look at SP Plus, I look at FPI, I look at a few of the professional bettors that put out their power rankings and do an average, and then I equal that to what a point spread would look like. So that 99.9, that's Georgia's the best team. If you want to figure out how much they'd be favored against Alabama, it'd be about 3.6 points
at a neutral field.
At a neutral field. College, there's still a home field advantage. NFL, I don't know there's a home field advantage anymore.
I tend to agree with you.
So
the ones people might argue with is the undefeated Cincinnati Bearcats at number 8 behind A&M and Oklahoma State, who each have a loss.
Roughly equal with Iowa State, who's not even ranked.
And behind Michigan, who has Michigan's still undefeated. Ohio State with a loss.
So this isn't who deserves to be there. This is what a point spread look like if these teams played each other.
Here's the bottom half, and here's where you see number 3 falls all the way to number 17 in the Wees pool, the Wees picks, and Michigan State falls all the way to 22.
Those are the two that'll be controversial on this list, yes. Those are going to be the two that jump out.
I'm jumping out of UTSA. I can't believe you got UTSA out of the top 25. They're a good team.
they'd still be underdogs to anyone ranked above them. And that is you wanting UTSA to be good because they beat Illinois.
Here's the one actually. And looking through these, I can understand your reasoning on all of them, except for one, because I have seen them play 3 games. I cannot imagine anybody would bet on Clemson being getting like 83 point, getting an 83 point rating and getting up to number 16. You're smart enough.
They'd be 3-point favorites over Iowa.
Huh?
They'd be a 3-point favorite over Iowa.
I'm not saying. I would certainly not bet on Clemson as a 3-point favorite over Iowa. And I don't think anybody in their right mind would bet on Clemson as a 3-point favorite over Iowa if they've seen Clemson play.
Clemson's had some bad losses. Clemson is the anti-Purdue, where Purdue's got a couple of just where'd that win come from?
Yeah,
against top 5 teams. Clemson's got a couple of losses against where'd that loss come from? Otherwise, they've been okay.
Oh, have you seen them play?
Iowa State's the same thing.
I know Iowa State. That's exactly right. Yeah, Iowa State is the same thing, and it makes no sense to me that you've got Iowa State. Well,
it's called
I can see Iowa State.
Those are called
25.
high variance teams.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Penn State's the same. I like Penn State. The same thing.
Penn State's doing the same thing that they did last year, where it's just bad close loss after bad close loss. They're still bad close losses. I say that bad close losses to good teams.
Yeah.
They did that last year, and they're doing it again this year.
Tell you what,
part of why I don't want James Franklin at USC.
Is he going to go? I mean,
I hope not.
Who's USC going to end up settling on?
I'm still hoping they just wait till after the NFL season and hire Bieniemy. Problem is, there's history there.
Yes, there is.
But I'm holding out hope.
History there between the AD.
Yeah,
and Bieniemy. I cannot see Bieniemy going to college.
If I was him, I wouldn't either. But that doesn't mean I can't want him as a USC fan.
The thing is, with Bieniemy this year, it's not like he's going to be dragged into February before he can go search for a job.
My plus 500 Super Bowl bet on the Chiefs says otherwise. Which is not looking real great.
No, it's not. We'll be back in just a second, folks. Talk about our bets as well, then talk about the NFL. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Wrong button. Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. This is our Take the Points edition. Brian Turner is here. I am Weeze.com. You can see that chart we were talking about, as well as all kinds of other cool stuff on IamWeeze.com. You do a nice job, by the way.
Thank you. In between high school sports season right now, which lately it's been a lot of those photos, but trying to get as much written in between seasons as I can.
I do want this out in the air. I want it out among the world and in the universe. Explain your thoughts on Cincinnati.
Oh, no, it wasn't Cincinnati. It was the Michigan State. I think they took Michigan over Michigan State to establish the precedent that head-to-head may not be as important as you think, to allow them to take Ohio State over Oregon, because Ohio State is better and they want to.
If both teams,
and then if Notre Dame wins out,
continue on without. If both teams win out,
if Alabama loses to Georgia, Alabama is out, and Cincinnati would then be in if they win out. Unless Notre Dame wins out, then they can say, well, head-to-head's not as important. We want Notre Dame because it's Notre Dame.
Even though Cincinnati won in Notre Dame, right?
I think they're trying to establish that precedent. The head-to-head earlier in the year is not as important as how they're playing now.
Okay, so we'll say that we'll say that Alabama loses. More than one. I mean, they're going to have to lose. If they lose twice, or twice more, they're certainly out. But I think a two-loss Alabama.
I think they lose to Georgia in the championship game, they're out.
Okay, all right. We'll say that they lose. So Georgia,
even if it's a
we're even going to call Georgia, even if they get somehow stubbed their toe on
Georgia's in.
Georgia's in. They are very.
They would have to lose twice in the last 4 weeks to be out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So you're thinking with that in mind, you're thinking. And that would be if Oregon wins all the way out, Ohio State wins all the way out, which I don't think happens, and also then Notre Dame wins out. That's your foursome.
We still got Oklahoma if they win out too.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's undefeated though, and boy, this is fun. I do enjoy that.
They really, really want 4 of the 5 Power 5 teams to have 1 loss or less. That's their ideal scenario.
Last weekend, actually, considering considering the number of upsets in college football last weekend,
there were 8 top 25 teams lost last week.
We didn't do that bad.
Went 4-4 in college.
4-4 in college, and each of us went 1-1 in college.
All 4 of us 1-1.
All 4 of us were 1-1. Not a terrible weekend, we did hit one super dog. I believe it was Jamie.
Double-digit super dog.
Who was that?
TCU plus 12 against Baylor.
And TCU. That Jamie was going with the brand new coach thought process. It almost worked for Akron last night.
Yeah,
on Tuesday night.
Brand new coach being for TCU. Jerry Kill.
Oh yeah, Jerry Kill.
Welcome back, Jerry, former Southern Illinois coach.
He's going to get what three games? Because they have a chance to get
I don't know what their record is.
I think they're 4-6 now, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I didn't realize it last week, but apparently I was early on the Michigan State hate because I took Purdue.
Probably. Actually, you took Purdue. I was taking Michigan State, but since you got that Purdue game out of the way, that made me unable to pick that game. But both Lucas and I were sitting here. We both like Michigan State.
And your win, if you went back to those rankings, I've got Wisconsin higher than most of the rankings do too. You took Wisconsin last week at Rutgers.
Well, that was two reasons for that. That's the anti-Rutgers. Rutgers is a terrible team. They should not have been within 8 points or 10 points or whatever it was. From
that was Wisconsin. People remembering what Wisconsin's offenses look like.
It's also people thinking, oh boy, Rutgers looked good beating Illinois. Yeah, well, Illinois didn't play an offense. They had no offense that day. Everybody was hurt.
They didn't really play offense last week. They still won. 14-6.
Who did?
Wasn't it 14-6?
It's 14-6. Yeah. It didn't block the extra point, but it was timely. It was a good game. All right.
4-4 last week.
So we went 4-4. Who do Jamie and Lucas have going this week?
Lucas has got Miami and Florida State, which used to be one of the biggest games of the year for how much of my childhood.
Most of it.
And he's got the over 60.5, rooting for points.
All right, rooting for points.
And then he's got LSU plus 2.5 against Arkansas. LSU coming off giving Alabama a game.
I think it's letdown city for LSU.
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
Arkansas has been one of those hard to figure out teams.
Yeah,
they play the tough teams tough, and then they've had a couple of letdowns.
But he's taking LSU, so good luck to you, Lucas. Hope we're both wrong. We're not picking it, so we hope we're wrong.
Speaking of picking on Rutgers, shocker, Jamie takes Indiana. Because Jamie takes Indiana.
Jamie likes Indiana.
-7.
This is a bad year to pick Indiana, but he's been sticking with it.
I was looking at someone's power ratings, and they list how much teams they've increased the most and teams they've decreased their power rating the most.
Yeah.
Indiana was number 2 on the decrease the most.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And his
He's
other
got
game?
Pitt, UNC over 73.5.
That sounds like a halftime score. Pitt and UNC will get to you.
We're tougher than people think, too.
I know Pitt's
and that being said, UNC just was at 48-45 last week. Something like that.
Well, you see, now we're bringing up Pitt UNC. We've got to talk about my Superdog. I've got UNC beating Pitt as my Superdog +7. So I mean, I think North Carolina they're playing well for Mac Brown. They love him and they're going to play well for him.
People forget preseason they were top 10. Sam Howell was a Heisman contender.
I have no problem with that.
Speaking of Superdogs, Lucas has Minnesota +5.5 at Iowa.
It's like he didn't watch the game.
Actually, I kind of like that one too.
Oh, you're not. Well, who's going? I tell you.
In fact, I originally had that in the spreadsheet as my pick, and then I went back and changed it to mine.
What's yours?
I've got Virginia +5.5 against Notre Dame. I'm helping the committee out.
I like
from
that.
hurting themselves.
I like that. I think Virginia got a chance. Virginia's got a chance against Notre Dame. They've got a really good offense, and if everybody's healthy, they are tough. What's Jamie's?
Jamie's Superdog is Baylor +5.5 against Oklahoma.
Oh, that's one
of the bigger games. I mean,
that's a big game this weekend. Okay, what are your picks for this weekend?
Speaking of Wyoming and Jackson Marcotte, +14 at Boise State
on the blue turf Friday night.
Yep.
Oh boy, that's gutsy. On the blue turf, it's too many points though.
It's 14. I mean, I like if it was 13, I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
I like getting 2 scores there.
That's too many points.
And then I've got Iowa, Minnesota. I am for some reason going to be rooting for these 2 offenses.
How in the world?
Because I need over 37. Because it's 37. I think it's about a 42, 43, 44. I mean, 37 is just low.
Minnesota's got nobody. They are. I mean, that's why they lost to Illinois. They're down to. They've got no running backs.
I know.
They've got their best wide receivers. The top 3 wide receivers are out.
I'm taking a team that couldn't score 7 points against Illinois, and I'm betting the over the next week.
Iowa.
This is what I do.
And Iowa's got nothing too.
Over 37.
Iowa, you're going to count on pick sixes.
Come on, special teams.
Come on, pick 6. Personally, I like Michigan at Penn State. It's an 11 o'clock game, and I don't think actually I'm doing this on both of the games. I've got Michigan at Penn State +1, and I think Michigan's a good team. I
do too. I think Penn State's underrated, but I think Michigan might be as well until. They actually play a top 10 team.
I think they've got a chance this year. I'm not going to say it out. I'm not putting it out in the world.
I will say this is basically a pick'em, but I always say bet against Harbaugh and pick'ems. But I still kind of like him. This is me not learning my lesson, and you probably not learning my lesson.
It was a pick'em, but
yeah. That's basically, I call it 1 point. Basically a pick'em.
It's moved, and I've got Northwestern at Wisconsin. I am going for. I hate doing this in college football, but I'm going under points.
Betting
under 41. Whiskey doesn't score. Northwestern doesn't score, and just going.
That's an under 41. I think Whiskey's like a 21 point favorite. I still might take Whiskey. That's how bad Northwestern's offense is.
10 would be the expected.
Defending
final.
Big Ten championship game competitor Northwestern. I still don't think they can cover 23 in a total with 41.
So let's go with college football bets. That's good. All right. Now let's move to the NFL. We're going to make this a super segment we'll see what happens. We have NFL. Geez, what happened this weekend? Did you watch the terrible game in Kansas City, the Packers and Chiefs.
Actually, I missed most of most of the weekend, actually, because I was up north for the Williamsville-Fairfield game on Saturday, and then went to Bloomington. Sarah had a meeting, so we was driving back most of Sunday.
Upset city.
Yeah, I saw there was a ton of upsets.
I was thinking, I didn't hear the numbers yet, but I'm guessing, or the one that we follow, the survivor pool that you and I follow is.
It got wrecked.
I'm assuming it got wrecked. It had like 2,300 in it. What's it down to?
I think they were saying like 70%. I think lost this week.
Yeah,
70% of the people left.
70% remaining. That gets you down to about what, 500. Yeah, that's what it ought to look like.
And that's not even getting to the Thanksgiving, Christmas weeks where you have to pick the where you have the 4-game slates, and that's where you're going to lose a lot of people.
It's fun. It is a good time. All right, let's take a look after Bloody Sunday. Buffalo losing
9-6 to the Jags.
Unbelievable, just unbelievable. They got the Patriots.
Congrats to Urban Meyer, though, finally grinding out his first win. No, not touching that one.
No, not on television. Not on television. That's second win. First win at home.
Yeah, that's right.
First win on this continent.
Real grinder, that guy.
Would you stop? New England Patriots, they got a chance to win that division now.
You had like a celebration dance or anything?
How many of these do you have?
Oh, I can probably keep going for a while. Speaking of the Patriots.
Patriots, now they might win that division now. That's the scary thing.
Mac Jones is playing well. Defense is playing well. Judon was a huge signing for him.
Yeah.
Everyone, they spent the most money in free agency this year because they had the most money to spend, which goes back to an off-season thing. If you look at salary cap room remaining, just take the next year's win total because you know they're going to spend and it's going to get bet up because that's going to look sexy anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Then on the other ones, you got the Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, and Broncos. Everyone's got 5 wins. Broncos with a nice win over Dallas, and even with Dak playing. The Chiefs got back on the winning track. Raiders and Chargers.
And I know, because Dallas has looked good this year. I know Mike Lombardi was talking on the show this week that Fangio may have set the blueprint for beating them this, and it was basically
for beating the Cowboys.
Yeah, beating the Cowboys, and it was the pressure, and because Fangio played the Cowboys different than anyone else has played them yet this year, and obviously it worked.
Yeah. Here's the rest of the AFC: Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. What a week for the Browns! They basically came back from the dead, and the Steelers beat the Bears. Are the Steelers for real?
For real, as in a playoff possibility, yes. Chance to win the division, probably still no.
Actually, it's a playoff possibility. They've got kind of a tough schedule going into the into the last 9 games or so. They've got a very difficult schedule.
That division's been tougher than I thought it would be.
Actually, folks are kind of expecting the Steelers. They were expecting the Steelers to win this week coming up, and then being 6-3. And they figure that the numbers to win the division will just go wild. That's when you bet on everybody else.
Yeah.
Bet on everybody else. The Titans, I got to tell you, the Titans looked so good. This is, NFL, it just kind of moves up and down. But, boy, the Titans looked good beating the Rams.
They did. That's another one. Lombardi was just bashing the Rams and being soft. And,
he should have.
I still don't know that I believe we're in the Titans, mostly because that defense still isn't good. I know they looked good last week, but that being said, if they get into the playoffs, Derrick Henry could be back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, on even banged up, he'd have fresh legs other than the injury. So that could be dangerous.
That is a potential. Okay, take a look at the NFC. We mentioned the Cowboys. Is there anybody there even to? I mean, Eagles somehow have 3 wins. I don't know how.
And they have been bet heavily just about every week.
They've been moving the spread.
The line has moved just about every week. Actually saw some info this week. It's actually been a lot of there's a group in Europe that's been mostly moving their lines.
Is that right?
Yeah.
A group in Europe moving the Eagles?
Yes. Because they've talked about how that line is moved.
Are they thinking it's
they're not reading the market regularly, and they're like, well, it makes actually sense because they're not American bettors. but they're betting American markets.
I don't understand why they would get involved with it, not knowing a group big enough to sway a market would get involved with it, not.
It's just not anticipating what the market would do without their bets, basically.
All right.
If you look at the yards per play metric, what a lot of bettors do, like yards per play differences, the Eagles still rate pretty well.
Okay, out west, Arizona Cardinals still holding on to the lead. You got the Seahawks.
Winning last week without Murray and Hopkins, both were impressive. In fact, kind of probably catapulted Kingsbury into the lead for Coach of the Year.
Seahawks at 3-5, chance to get back in the playoffs.
They got to beat Green Bay this week.
They've got the quarterback coming back, right?
He
and Russell Wilson
tweeted out on Instagram the highlight package, which was actually some of these NFL players have some pretty cool marketing teams behind them.
He did have a nice team.
Him and Brady both put out some pretty cool looking videos. And the Brady one when he came back to New England was well done. The Russell Wilson one was well done.
Yeah, quarterbacks, of course. What do you expect? Let's see, where'd the other one go? Oh, doggone it. I screwed it up. When you look at the other one,
that's a bad loss for the Niners.
That's a bad loss for the
Niners.
Niners.
They needed that one.
Packers lost, and will he? I've gone the entire show without mentioning the quarterback for the Packers.
What is his name? I don't even remember. It doesn't matter.
Jordan Love.
Okay, yeah, him I like. Utah State, baby.
The Aggies, go Aggies. Packers might have that win or that loss that might cost them a number 1 seed later on in the year.
With any luck.
Go Cardinals, go.
They're the Kentucky and
then you have the Buccaneers coming off an off week, so they were on a bye week. A nice job by the New Orleans
line
Saints.
moved like 3 points with both teams being on a bye.
Did it really?
Yes.
That makes no sense either.
Doesn't
Well, people like to gamble. All right, what did we do last week?
4-4 in the NFL too.
4-4 in the NFL. Somebody went 2-0. Somebody went 0-2. That was me. I went 0-2. I had a bad weekend. I had the Cowboys. I didn't think Vic Fangio would figure them out, and I had the Jets. Mike White
got hurt early,
and that hurt.
Magic Mike.
And I still had a chance. That's the thing. I still had a chance in that game at the end.
The thing is, the guy that came in from Mike White was one of my favorite quarterbacks coming out of college football.
Was it Josh Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved him coming out.
Didn't he play for
San Diego? Drafted by the Bucks and got ruined by Gruden.
Didn't we get him playing the AAF?
Yes.
He was AAF.
He was the first pick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then didn't play, actually.
That's right. Okay.
Because he got picked up in the NFL.
I knew Josh Johnson. I knew him from somewhere. Give us Lucas's and Jamie's pick.
Lucas has Vikings Chargers over 53, and he's back on the Cardinals against Carolina minus 10.5. Carolina having some quarterback issues. Of course,
Carolina.
So both teams. I don't know the quarterback situation in that game.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Colt McCoy played well.
Yeah.
He played really well. And
another guy I was really high on coming out of college that kind of never got a.
He's just kind of. He's
two quarterbacks the Bucs ruined.
Though, how long ago did he get drafted? That had to be 5.
It was more than
8 years ago?
Was 13-ish? Yeah. Actually, they were around the same time.
And, I bet you're for a Jets fan, you hate seeing him do well. Then you've got the so who else does he have?
Arizona minus 10.5, and then Minnesota and Chargers over 53. Jamie has the Chargers minus 2.5 against the Vikings.
I like that a
lot.
On
both things in that game.
The trouble with the Vikings is you don't know who's going to show up. You don't know which team is going to actually play well. Okay, and who's his other one?
He's an idiot because he took the Colts minus 10 against the Jags. So did I. So that one's screwed.
Why in the world? All right, you got to give me a reasoning. After watching the Colts play the last 2 weeks, why would you pick and watching the Jags play?
Because they're playing the Jags. The Jags won their Super Bowl last week. This is the letdown.
All right.
Urban's probably still at the club.
Urban's still dancing?
Yeah.
God bless you, Urban. And what's your other one?
I've got the Eagles plus 3 at the Broncos.
All right.
That's another one I'm betting on Denver having the letdown after last week.
All right. Last week was upset week. Last week was terrific upset week. And
I picked a lot of them that didn't happen. And that didn't, I didn't take the Jets, but I did take the Jags.
There were, on Saturday or on Sunday afternoon, There were 8 division leaders playing. 7 lost.
Yeah.
Outright. And you're going, all right, whatever you say.
Taking the Eagles +3 at the Broncos.
All right, well, good for you.
I just
why
noticed,
would you go for the
I just
Eagles?
noticed you're on the other side of that one.
Yeah, I just well, I didn't really, I guess I didn't even look, but yeah, I think Broncos are, I'm chasing them. I guess I'm chasing them, so and that's at Denver, and the Eagles don't really give a rat's.
And then your other pick is actually one of my cardinal sins in betting.
The other pick is I'm doing this because it's too close, and I'm looking, and I've watched the Chiefs play. What's the cardinal sin? I picked the Raiders.
What's the number?
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never bet a +2.5. Always tease that with another game.
Well, I haven't bet it yet, actually, so I can always do that.
Yeah, wait for the 3 if you just want to bet it outright, or at 2.5, tease it to +8.5. And there's actually a ton of good teaser options this week.
There really are.
Have we ever discussed the Wong teasers on this show?
No.
Basically, where you want to tease through the 3 and the 7 if you can. 6 teaser is you get 6 points.
Tease through a key number is what you're saying.
You have to take 2 teams, but you get 6 points out of it. It's usually 110 or -110 or -120. NFL is where you want to do that. College football, you got a lot more high variance stuff.
Yeah.
NFL is a little more predictable. The numbers are a little tougher to beat, so those 6 points actually mean more. If you can get through the 3 and the 7, because that's where the games land the most often, those are called the key numbers. And they're called the Wong teaser because of Stanford Wong.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, although Steve Fezzik will tell you that he taught it to Wong, and then Wong was the one that put it in the book. Steve Fezzik's one of the guys I follow quite a bit.
That sounds like he's got an issue.
Yeah.
A jealousy issue of some kind.
Yeah. So Raiders +2.5 is an ideal Wong teaser pick.
So good luck to you, folks. Try to see if you can't win those bets. We got a couple of minutes to talk. Do you want to? Let's talk NHL. Because folks say we never talk NHL. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the Blues are on top. They are 1/8 of the way through the regular season. Are they going to stay on top, or do we care at this point?
I haven't seen a hockey game yet this year.
How have you not watched a hockey game?
So I'm glad we've only got a couple of minutes here because I just haven't seen a hockey game yet this year.
That is the saddest thing.
I got 2 jobs, Bruce, plus a blog.
Well, you got to, yeah. You know why I'm making fun of you is because I've had a week and a half now without a game to have to work, so I've been able to watch hockey. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
No, I enjoy hockey, but I just haven't been able to watch it this year.
All right, it's 10 games in, 11 games in. Is it too early to start talking any of these sports, NBA, NHL?
Now, NBA I have watched just because I've had some money on. I don't bet a ton of hockey, therefore I don't watch a ton of it. I actually prefer watching hockey over basketball, but I bet more basketball, so I watch more basketball. Mm-hmm. The unders have been hitting like crazy in NBA. I think that continues for a week or two. People will catch on, and then you start betting the overs.
I heard a good explanation for that today, which it makes
beyond
sense.
Just crowd being back and different background and all that, or
that was one of there were 3 points: crowd being back, the new rules. The new flopping rules taking effect, and
I saw a flopping warning the other day for a guy throwing his head back too fast. Basically, he got bumped and did one of these, and they gave him a flopping warning. Didn't even go to the ground.
And also the new 3-point rules. I guess that's basically the flopping rule. But there were 3 different, and it was the crowds, the backgrounds, and the flopping.
And give it a week or two; it will continue, and then people will start betting that number down, and then that's when you want to.
They've already started betting it down.
Yeah,
I mean it was started out averaging around 218, 219. Now it's down to 216, and they're thinking shortly it'll go even farther down. Wheeze,
which is when you fire back the other way.
There you go. Thank you so much for being here.
It's always fun.
Always fun. Folks, thanks very much for watching. And we'll see y'all next week on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have a great day. I've got 10 seconds. What are we doing? Say goodbye.
We're saying goodbye again.
We're saying goodbye to people again. See y'all later.